Welcome everybody. Welcome to Solid Ground. I am your host, respectfully Solid. I apologize for the short inconvenience, but we're all here. So let me tell y'all a little bit about Solid Ground. Solid Ground is where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive. Here on Solid Ground, we share testimonies of passion and success, whether it's a love for a unique shoe collection, whether it's a love for traveling, um, a love for music. We just tap in through those passions, and through our segment, we explore their passion, the challenges, um, the impact that this passion has had, on their lives. We also just have a great time. So I hope you guys are ready to be inspired. Okay, so this week we're diving into the delicious world of cooking and culinary arts. Um, I'm thrilled to have two incredible guests today. Chef Tay, of course, and Chef Monica. Um, Both have taste buds, but also tell a story. Today, we'll explore their journey, the challenges they may have faced, um, and the impact that the culinary passion has had in their lives and the communities. So, whether you've whether you're a seasoned cook or just someone who has that passion at home to just make it happen, you know what I'm saying? That just totally enjoys cooking. So before we go further into the show, just allow me a chance to tell y'all how we kind of run this, right? So typically we have two guests in an hour. They each come up one after another. They share their testimonies. Um, each guest is going to dive into three different segments. Okay, so the passion is where they tell us how they develop this passion, where it comes from. The journey is going to explain, challenges and milestones they may have come across during this journey, and then we'll reflect on the power of their passion on how it helped them find solid ground. Okay, so let me go ahead, and we ain't gonna waste no more time. You know what I mean? But let me go on and bring up my first guest, the very energetic, very poetic, very just outgoing Chef Tay. Come on up, Chef Tay. Come on.
Hello.
Hey, Chef Tay. Now look, Chef Tay, I might even call you Tay Tay sometimes because my son name is Tay, so I be saying I call him Tay Tay. You know what I mean? And then Gina Tay, and then we got Chef Tay. So y'all all Tay Tays to me. I'm just saying, y'all all Tay Tays to me. You know what I mean? Now,
Okay with the pay tag.
hey, so Chef Tay Tay, go ahead and introduce yourself for us. You know what I mean? A
Where to
little bit
begin?
about
I think you did a pretty good introduction of me. But I am Chef Tay. I am a poet, singer, chef, goofball, and a mom of one. Whoop whoop. Other than that, I love life. I'm very passionate about anything creative. And if you want me in your next show or event that you might have, or you want somebody to perform at a millie party or an auction, let your girl know. I'm
ah,
always available.
I love that. I love that. You know what I mean? Because hey, anybody that runs a show like Solid Ground or just has these panels, we all know how getting the right guest is very important, and how it can be a little bit Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. I know we got some vets in the building, so most definitely. Now, so Chef Tay, let's talk about your passion for cooking, right? We're gonna dive in to where, like tell us about the passion for cooking, how you discovered it, and what it means to you. I'm gonna
Okay.
start off with asking you. You know, what I mean, it's a simple but dope question. What sparked your passion for cooking, and how did you actually discover that you had a passion for it?
Okay, so ever since I was little, um, growing up in the South, I grew up around a whole bunch of aunties and grandma and, cousins and everybody. We always in the kitchen. All the women in the kitchen, the men are outside on the grill. That's how it was. So, me as a little girl, grandma called me in the kitchen one time, baby, pass me some of that sugar. And that was an honor. That was an honor. I was like, oh, I get to help. Next thing I know, I just started taking off from there. I wanted to help every opportunity I got. So then I started watching Food Network and I really got into it. I was like, ooh, let me see how you can play with different flavors. Okay, because the Southern, we keep it real simple and soul food, but I like to do different things too. So I started watching Food Network and it taught me some things. I would watch it for hours at a time, all day.
Now, Food Network, because I'm pretty sure we all familiar with it. Food Network, I had you out there really trying to, you gonna walk away hungry. You gonna see some stuff you ain't never seen before. You know what I mean? So tell me about one of the maybe a dish off of Food Network, maybe an episode that kind of was just like, you know what, I got to do what they do.
Gracious. It's so many inspirations. I can go off and tell you who my inspirations are as a chef, but as far as the food, I was like, I want to do everything. Everything I seen, I wanted to do. I went in the kitchen, start having fun. Um, so I would say Rachel Ray, Paula Dean. I used to love Rachel Ray. I call that my culinary mama, and then Paula Dean, my culinary grandma. So I used to watch them all the time. Chopped. I love Chopped. I love seeing people act on their feet. They got 5 mystery ingredients and it be random mess. And they got 30 minutes to make something. I was like, ooh, this is interesting. I like these. I was like, let me start doing it to myself. I go to the store, just grab stuff out the shelf. Like, okay, now we're gonna find out what we're gonna do. Let's do something.
You know, I remember what really got me one day, and still to today, I can't wait to visit Tennessee just behind the chili cook-offs I've seen on there. Like, and then they like do everything with pork. Like, there's pork, everything. I used to
Yes.
sit back for hours just watching it. Like, whoa, like I want to try that bacon. Is that like one big piece of fat back bacon right there? Like that. That looks. It's just so many different things that they make on there that just has me, you know what I mean, mesmerized. Yeah, yeah, that fat back, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that thing be right. You know, you make it just right. I'm telling you, and I ain't never had it before, but I just know that I can't wait to try that. Like that's one of the places I want to visit simply because of those big cook-offs they have on the grills and so much everything with bacon. Like that's where I learned about fried pickles. Like deep fried pickles was on that network. I saw that and I was
Yes.
like, whoa. Like I got the hat. I love some pickles, you know. But you know what I mean? So when I see no diddy. But yeah, so we're gonna we're gonna I just gotta keep it 100. My bad, y'all. My battery. You know, we trying to keep composure here. Sometimes, you know what I mean, we get a little off the rocker, right? So now, Chef Tay, let me ask you, how has your enthusiasm for culinary arts influenced your personal and professional life?
Ooh. Oh goodness. That's a good question. Um, I'ma say it started as a child and then the Food Network really encouraged me. But then I said I want to start going in the kitchen myself. And I want to actually do what I'm seeing people do on like an industrial level. So I started going to culinary school. I am re-enlisted now. Woo, re-enrolled. 3 more semesters till I'm done. Um, Shout outs to me. But
Shout
yeah,
out to you.
just being in the kitchen and all these things help shape and mold me into who I am. So when I started going in the kitchen, they wanted sous chefs. Who was in charge? They always appointed Tay. I was always in charge. I was always presenting the dishes. Like I've been in magazines on the college campus. I've been presenting on a wider level. We had the whole prepare food for them, and I was in charge of that. So, just kind of giving me more instruction and hands on experience when it comes to the back office things of it versus just cooking. Like, how do you present your plate? How do you talk to these people that are eating your food? What do you put into it to sell a plate? Like, are you going to just say, oh, this is fried pickles? Or are you going to say, I used a egg washed batter, lightly soaked inside of club soda, and we enhanced it with, that kind of stuff, the plate better than just saying fried pickle, you know.
Yeah, you just made it sound exotic right there.
Exactly. You got to sell the plate because that goes from a $5 meal to a 15. Somebody ready to pay $15 for something like that. So,
Right. No. It absolutely makes sense. I was a what was they I was a landscaper at one time, right? When I was younger, I was in the landscaping, and I was putting a resume together, and I was gonna put it down, and my people told me, said, don't just put landscaper, put you're a professional at beautification. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? That sounds amazing right there. That's a fancy way to say a janitor, all types of things, right? So,
yeah.
so
It
yeah, that's
upsells it. It upsells the service or the product. It's
uh-huh.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now let me ask you this: what is your favorite, absolute favorite dish to cook?
Woo, goodness.
There has to be that one that you just know I'm not gonna miss. I'm not worried about it, and everybody gonna love it off top.
Not to brag, I'm saying this very humbly, brother, but everything I make is like that. But I'm gonna tell you something that got me a scholarship to the Art Institute of Atlanta. They gave me a scholarship based off of it. I was competing against 500 other students. We submitted original recipes. So I made Smoky Mountain Chicken. Now, Smoky Mountain Chicken is a chicken breast marinated in barbecue sauce. You top that with some turkey bacon cooked extra crispy. You top that with 5 different blends of cheese, tomatoes, onions, a little bit of mushrooms. You season that thing up real nice. It's served with rice pilaf and either asparagus or fresh green beans. Yes, that's my. I I threw the whole kitchen sink in there. Yes, baby. Onions, tomatoes, mushrooms. Let's go.
I can't be the only one that just got hungry and mouth just start watering, right? I can't be the only one. I'm saying I see the yummies in the comments, like that's Mando. So what are okay? What what other dishes? Let's say that for sure, right? Other people like will recommend. People like your family that will recommend, like be like, you know what? Can you make this for us? Like we need this.
Goodness. That's hard too, because everybody. All right, my mama is my worst critic, but also my biggest fan. So she'll tell me stuff that don't hit. But lately, it ain't been nothing. Baby, I love that. I love that. You gotta add that. You gotta add my son too. Mama, I love this. Okay, but I guess I'm gonna say my beef tilts, my pot roast, my collards, my cabbage. They love that. And then like pasta. I make a lot of good pasta. I make Cajun Alfredo. Let's see, 5 cheese linguine, stuff like that.
Man, if y'all don't see me in the next couple days, I'm probably gonna be in a food coma over here trying all types of things just because she said it. You know what I'm saying? You ever share any of your recipes? Or do you keep them
I
in the
mean, I be cooking on my stream. I don't tell them every single thing. Like I don't do the measurements. I just kind of let the spirit talk to me. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can't give you a teaspoon or a no. I just do what I do, and it turned out good.
You know what? I'm like that too, because I actually love to cook myself. Like that's big boy, and I can cook. It ain't just a big boy. I ain't never took no classes or nothing. I just was put up under, I guess you could say, having to learn how to cook with just a hot pot. You know what I'm saying? And in places where I ended up putting myself between this 6 by 9 space of a kitchen that was a bathroom, a room, and a kitchen. You know what I'm saying? All together, we kind of learned to use a lot of different things. I could make a mean grilled cheese or green. No, listen, a mean grilled stuffed burrito on a bunk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, grill it on a bunk. You understand me? So I've been, I've been around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for y'all that is just joining us, this is Solid Ground. Welcome. I'm your host, respectfully Solid. You know what I'm saying? And today, our first guest is sharing their passion for cooking. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for the insights into her journey. You know what I mean? And we are here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You dig? So it's time to me start tapping into this journey, right? Let's talk about the journey. So let's discuss how pursuing your culinary passion, right? Including any challenges and milestones. You know what I'm saying? So I'll begin by asking you, what were some of the challenges that you faced while pursuing your passion for cooking, and how did you overcome?
Um, so watching the Food Network and things of that nature, I was handsy. I was ready to go in the kitchen. Well, my mama never let me in her kitchen. Never. So one day she was like, I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking. Tay, go in there and see if you can make something. Oh my God. That was like the biggest award I could receive because I went in there and I knocked that mess out. I remember my first dish I made for my mama was chicken fajitas. And I busted that. She was like, "Oh my God, you can cook? You can?" I was like, "Yeah." What you think I've been doing all this,
Right.
all this time? I've been watching, I've been studying, I've been perfecting this art. And now it is time to shine. So ever since then, she made me go in the kitchen. Every holiday, I'm cooking everything. Whatever the occasion may be, I'm always cooking. And as far as career is concerned, I have worked at Holiday Inn Express. I was a breakfast attendant as well as a front desk agent. So with that, you run out of stuff all the time and you got to act on the fly because you got what 100 150 people staying with you. They don't want to hear, "Oh, we out of grits." They don't want to hear, "Oh, we out of oatmeal." No, that
No,
don't exist to
you
them.
don't like to hear
You
that
gotta
stuff.
have that stuff. I
Yeah,
mean, even to the very last minute. Breakfast over at 10:30. If somebody come down 10:29, they want pancakes, grits, bacon, eggs.
right. No,
So you
no.
had to stay on the ball. So I started planning ahead. I would make big batches and keep it in the fridge because I'm like, oh, we got 150 people. I already know. We got 4, 5 loaves up there in the fridge ready right now. But you gotta be able to prepare in bulk and be able to push that stuff out because you the last thing you want to do have somebody cuss you out because you out of pancakes. They
Mm-hmm.
ain't trying to hear nothing.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, where
No,
my
no.
pancakes
That's like
at?
that's like going that's like when you go to McDonald's and the ice cream machine is down. It's like, bro, like y'all got this on the menu. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So if it's on the menu, I'm expecting this. Like I don't want to go in here and you tell me you missing something. Well, why you ain't have it missing off the menu when I just looked at it? Like y'all gonna have to doctor this up a
Why y'all
little bit.
ain't have it out? And y'all known for this. So where's that?
Right. So you would say that that's uh some of the challenges you faced. It's literally, you know what I'm saying, running out of stuff at a certain point, and actually, that's really, a lot of people don't really too much care about it. If you think about it, like in my eyes, if I go there and someone just flat out tells me, "Hey, look, we ain't got that," like I don't
Right.
believe you care too much about the customers at that point. Because not only did you just say, "Nah, you ain't," but you ain't even give me like
A
you ain't give me
suggestion,
another option. Like,
another
so
option.
yes,
Yeah.
without that, so you ain't got no grits, but you ain't offer me that some oatmeal. You ain't whip some with some brown sugar and some maple. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, with some bananas chopped up in it, you got to sell me something different. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to sell me something different. I'm gonna need that about you. For real. And I think that's very important. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope to show to see that you actually care about my tummy. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because okay, we ain't got no pancakes, but guess what? I got these wonderful waffles over here that I put together. That we do have. Or it's like, well, you ain't got no waffles. Well, look, we got some bagels over here, and this is what I'm gonna do for you. I like to put butter on mine, right? And I throw him on the grill instead of in the toaster, and I pop him back and forth. You know what I mean? You gotta sell
You
something, right?
gotta feel it.
Yeah, you got to have, because that's part of having a passion for that. Is because in order to, I feel like being passionate about cooking is a very there's a lot of care involved in that because you care
Yeah,
about someone eating. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And I want to make sure that when you have something to eat, that it's an experience. Because sometimes eating is just to eat. I went through years of just having to eat just to eat. But now it's like, for me, I like even presentation. I don't care what I'm making. I could be making a noodle. You know what I'm saying? But got to be sitting in the right place. When I look at it, I'm
yes.
I can't just whip a sandwich up super fast. My mayonnaise got to be spread correctly from
Mhm.
edge to edge of the bread. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no dry spots. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no dry spots on that thing. And if I don't got lettuce to go with the onions and stuff, then guess what? I'm just gonna grill these onions, and I'm gonna grill this little meat real quick, and I'm gonna make it something special. And the
Yeah.
presentation is gonna be special. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the art. You know what I'm
You
saying?
eat with your eyes first. You eat with all your senses before you actually dive into a plate. So you looking at it, you smelling it. You gotta apply to all of them. I'm not gonna eat something that look terrible. Sorry, I don't care how good it might taste. No.
Talk about it. You got to talk about it, right? Okay, so now let me um let me ask you about this. Okay, can you share a significant milestone that marked your success in your journey?
Um. So in school, I have achieved the dean's list for all the semesters I've been enrolled. Every semester I have been enrolled, I have had the honor of being on the dean's list. And the president of the school actually asked for me to cook for him specifically one day. They chose maybe 5 different people out of the whole culinary class that were showing, I guess, growth and showing like a lot of passion, and they knew their stuff because the president had some special people come visit, and I was actually one of them people that cooked for them. So that was nice. That was fun. And just hearing them say, "Wow, who made this phenomenal dish?" And presenting it to them, that was awesome. I was like, "Oh, stretch the shoulders out a little bit."
And so did he have, like, was it like just cook for me, or did he have a menu that he wanted you to put together?
Okay, so he wanted one particular thing. I remember he was very crazy about it. He's like, "I'm gonna have an eye request for y'all. So let's see if you can get down to business." And I was like, "Oh Lord, what is about to happen?" He said, "I want some Cornish game hens." Now I don't like dealing with itty bitty chicken because I feel like what's the point of cooking it? But I made it work and I presented it on a very creative spectrum. We did an Asian glazed Cornish game hen, and we served it with some pad thai, some vegetable pad thai. And that was kind of like an appetizer starting course. And then we had 3 other ones after that.
Hmm. How did that turn out? How did
It
it
was
turn?
so it was good enough for me. I wanted to eat it. I was like, "We got to send this out there to them. You sure?"
Hey, that's 100, man. So check this out, y'all. Y'all watching Solid Ground. I'm your host, respectfully Solid. We got the beautiful, the very energetic, dope, fantastic. You know what I'm talking about? Chef Tay Tay in the building. Shout out to the Tay Tays shout out to Tay Tays all over the world. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
100. Shout out to all the Tay Tays. But we're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, We just heard about Chef Tay Tay's passion. We heard about the journey, and we're gonna start tapping into the impact of her love and passion for cooking. You know what I mean? Getting down in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? That part, like, get up out of here type. Yeah. When you know they gonna get down when they like, get up out of here. Nope. I left y'all some snacks over there. Go get that. You know,
Mm.
we got some things always gonna hold you down, but I'm gonna need you up out of here for the next 2 hours. Like, slide. Let's go.
Mhm.
Move along, right? Okay, so now let's delve into the passion for cooking has well how the passion for cooking has had an impact in your life and those around you. Okay, let me ask you, how has your dedication to cooking positively impacted your life and others?
Every time I prepare something, I love hearing that good feedback. It makes it all worthwhile. I've prepared dishes for everybody, people that have dealt with loss, people that have celebrations, people who are going through all stages of life. And my food being that comfort, that comfort food that you long for so much, like a warm hug. I've been able to do that in so many different occasions, like weddings, baby showers, funerals. I have catered some stuff for funerals. They've asked me if I could prepare something, and just having them tell me, you know what? I ain't had a good meal in forever. And it just means the world to me that you took your time to actually prepare this for me. Thank you so much. It just does something to my soul. I love it. I'm
Right.
like, yes, keep on telling me good things. Keep on pouring into me. I love to do that. I love to make people happy. That's what I do it for.
And a stomach is the easiest way to make somebody happy. You know what I'm saying? So that is definitely an impact. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so let's tap in, like, in what ways do you use your culinary skills, right, to
Mhm.
inspire and support your community?
Well, I cook on my streams. And based off of that, I've had people that came in my stream. They keep on coming back, return viewers. And they've actually told me I've inspired them to go back to school. I have maybe 4 or 5 of them that tell me I've inspired them to take up culinary classes. So I feel like that's a way that I've made a really big impact on people. Like, what? You going to culinary? Yeah, I'm going to culinary school. You have been my inspiration. I'm like, word, that's what's up. So I love it. Like, just being an inspiration to people. And that's what I always say. I say I'm a servant, I'm a servant of God. I'm here to serve people. I'm here to give back. I wasn't given all these abilities for nothing. They're here to pour into other people, not
Right,
selfish.
right. That makes sense. That makes sense, for real, for real. Um, okay, so what tips would you have, and feel free to go into detail because I need to take some notes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so feel free. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to go into detail. But before we do that, once again, welcome to Solid Ground. I am your host, respectfully Solid, one of the most solid men on the app. I appreciate everyone for being here. We are here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, so, what tips would you have for anyone who wants to learn to cook?
Okay. So it depends on spectrum you're trying to hit. Are you trying to make this a career? You just want to kind of now learn how to cook something instead of just saying, "Oh, I want people to cook for me." Like you actually want to go in there and do it yourself. All right. So there are some rules. I'm gonna call them the sacred rules of the kitchen. Rule number one: your steak should not be over medium. Medium is how your red meat should be prepared. A lot of people like it well done. You cremating it at that point. No, medium well. Um, Number two, pasta should be al dente. It should not be smushy to the point where you just bite into it and it just melt in your mouth. No, it has to have a little bite to it. That's the perfect way to prepare pasta. So about 7 minutes. Um, Number three, let's see. Do not mix things together that don't go together. So if you're making a Mexican dish, you're not gonna combine something from Chinese. You're not gonna put let me see. Give you an example. We're not gonna put jalapenos inside of a Peking duck, for instance, or we're not gonna roll up some pad thai noodles inside of a burrito. It don't go together, so you don't want to do that. You want to keep the culture to its culture. And number four, but this is just for me, stay out of Chef Tay kitchen. Just, just stay out of it. I don't. When I meet a man that tells me he like to cook, I'm like, well, that's great, baby. You can do it at your house, or you can go man the grill outside. But you ain't doing it here.
Right. Now, so what are some of your like go-to ingredients?
Mushrooms, garlic, onions, peppers. Four.
Hmm. Now, so me personally, like I love like you just kind of whooped me when you said the jalapeno thing because for me, I absolutely love jalapenos, right? And I kind of if I got bell peppers involved, if I got onions involved, I'm probably gonna have some jalapenos involved. I could be
But
frying rice. You know what I'm saying?
they have peppers that origin from their country, so you could use some red peppers, like the chili peppers, like those.
But I like jalapenos.
But then it's not authentic Chinese dish. The
And
same
you know,
thing.
crazy that I actually never knew that jalapenos was like from like Mexico. Like I thought they was just a jalapeno pepper that they use. You know what I'm saying? Like they just use it. So it's from. Look,
It's from
I'm
that
gonna learn.
country. It's
I'm gonna learn something today, huh? They said I'm gonna learn something today. Oh man, this is definitely different. Um, so let me give you the opportunity at this moment,
Mhm.
right? Um, to just plug yourself, tell everybody what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? I love to give my guests the appropriate amount of time to really discuss what they have going on the app because I see how you've been moving, and I think it's definitely something that should be shared amongst with others. Because listen, I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and I said, listen, we need people. Like if you out there and you got something going on, and you know you're moving in a certain direction on this app, you have a certain agenda.
Mhm.
These shows are very important.
They are.
They are because you get a exposure in all types of different backgrounds. And guess what? And then once you up and popping and you ready to sit down and you got your you shooting out for a feature show or you getting yourself together to really put every all of your ideas in motion. I already owe you one, baby, because you've been here. You was here. I already owe you one. Count on it. You know what I'm saying? I got your
Thank
back like a car seat. You know what I mean? So go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
you.
You know what I mean?
Let's see. So I am still finding my niche. I have so many ideas in this noodle of mine. It never goes to sleep. I always have 1,001 things going. I do write. So there is a segment I'm thinking about calling bedtime stories, where an hour before bed, we just take the time to go over some poetry, share some poetry, or read some of my fiction together. I've been writing since I was in high school, and it's spicy. It's spicy for the peppers. I'm gonna say that. I thought about a movie club, and I love just expressing myself creatively. So there's nothing that I like to do that's boring. I'm always out of the norm. I'm always stepping outside the box. I don't like routine. If you catch me in my stream, I'm doing something different. I might be promoting like a support challenge, or I'm always thinking ways to make it fun. Cause that's the key thing with streaming. You got to make it fun. People don't want to keep on saying the same thing every day, all day long. Something fun. I don't care what it is. We have Chef Tay Radio. That's from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 in the afternoon. My 100th viewer does get a gift. Every 100 viewers get a gift. So if we have 500 viewers, 5 gifts be given out that day.
Man, I appreciate that. For real, that's true. Because I'm a firm believer in streaming with content. Like I'm not into that. I'm not into anything else. Like I ain't gonna bash nobody at this moment. I'm gonna have my time for that because I believe in, what I mean. It's worth supporting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Your supporters won't want to have something real to support. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
it's important to develop content. It's important to just make it's super important. It's super important that you give your viewers something to really rock with. Now, once again, I appreciate you being here. It was
can
a
I say one more thing? I'm sorry. I just thought about it. So it's the idea that I'm starting for my community. As my subscriber, every subscriber you get 1,000K like coins for it, right? Well, what I'm gonna do is when I get 80 subscribers, I'm gonna take that cash out. I'm gonna go to my community and I'm gonna start giving to food banks and charitable work. So you'll be giving back, doing a positive impact on your community by supporting me. I already do that on my own anyway, but I was like, why not let other people be a part of it too? That's
let's
all. That's all
talk
I have
about
to
it.
say.
Let's talk about it. Thank you so much, Chef Tay Tay. I'm excited about getting to know you and seeing your work come to fruition. You know what I mean? So thank
Thank
you,
you.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yay! Once again, this is Solid Ground. We are here every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean? Solid Ground is where passion meets purpose and the stories come alive. My next guest, my brother, my 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 brethren, my confidant, my man. Listen, this is just a very special. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna always see a whole lot of him. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? So let's go. I mean, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. You know what I'm saying?
What's good? What's
My
good?
brother,
What's
what's
popping,
up with
y'all?
it, Wick?
What's happening with it, man?
Man,
Hey,
talk to me, man. How you doing today?
man, I'm good, bro. It's a pleasure being back, man. I like being over here. I love it here. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? You man of many hidden talents. You know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
absolutely.
You know,
Hey,
and
that's
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. If you tell me you cooking, I don't know what it is, but something just tell me that brother can cook. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
But
hey,
man, go ahead and
hey,
tell the people who you is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
bro. Yo, y'all. My name is Wick, but wisdom is cultivated knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody big, but I'm big enough for whoever want to be a part of what I'm shaking with. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to do multiple things. Like you said, I'm a man of mystery, so you never know what I can pop up with and what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Until you get to know me and get closer. You know what I mean? So if y'all ever feel like it, stop through the stream. You know what I mean? Definitely pop through on Friday nights where we do open mic karaoke type of deal. You know what I'm saying? And then even on Sunday nights, 10 o'clock tonight, matter of fact, pull up there. We got the show Family Ties. You know what I'm saying? And you can just find me wherever you see Nikki 24/7 solid. And I mean, a lot of people you can find me
Uh-huh.
there.
Uh-huh. So look, bro, we ain't gonna waste no time, right?
Absolutely,
Um, let's get into your passion, right?
for sure.
Let's get into the passion that you got for cooking, right? So what is like your specialty? You would say, right, in your passion for it. You know what I mean? Talk
Man,
about your passion.
my special specialty is like a pot roast. You know what I'm saying? I like doing pot roast. Like anything, y'all know, well, men we like to deal with meat anyway. So you know what I'm saying. But a pot roast goes crazy for me because I add my own little, who y'all's and everything to it. I ain't gonna never tell my secrets unless it's like somebody that's gonna carry on, the legacy of that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell you something. You have one of my pot roasts, you're gonna look at everybody else as crazy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You have one of mine, you're gonna be looking real, real silly at everybody else. Like, why yours don't fall apart like that? Why yours ain't as moist like that? Why yours ain't tender like that? Why it don't taste like that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, it goes down. Definitely.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So tell us, man, can you recall a moment when you realized that cooking was your true passion?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause like in the beginning, I didn't really think I could cook because I would compare my cooking to like my mom's or my aunt. You know what I'm saying? To me, those was the top two cookers in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, and then one day I messed around there, man, and I just had a thought. Never did it before in my life. I was like, all right, let me try this stir fry joint. You know what I'm saying? But let me put my own little twist on it. You know what I'm saying? And then I started putting little ingredients together and everything. And when I tasted that joint, I was like, yeah, yeah, sir, this. And I really like literally, I put a little sign in my window, right? And like the little kids in the neighborhood, like they would come around and they'd be like, man, you doing this? I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, bet. Like this is it. And I wouldn't sell it for like much, just a little something. But man, when I looked up and I noticed, like I had 4 pairs of them joints and all of them was gone in like a matter of like 3 hours. Like real talk. I was like, yeah, this is it right here. This what I can do. If I really want to, I could do this.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's solid. So what role does cooking play in your daily life and personal well-being?
Man, in my daily life, it's the preparation. The preparation, the prep, man, is like everything. To anybody that know anything about cooking for real, I ain't talking about just like throwing stuff together, but like know about cooking for real. Know it's a prep time. You know what I'm saying? They know that you got to get your stuff together. You can't just throw it out there. You can't just some stuff you can't just season and hurry up and throw it on the stove. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let that stuff marinate. Sometimes it take 1 day. Sometimes it take 3. It don't matter, but the prep of it. You know what I'm saying? And so when I learned that about cooking, I started applying that to my life. And like even when I deal with like relationships, I don't immediately like welcome somebody in as a brother immediately because of that. It's a preparation time. You got to be prepared for that title. You know what I'm saying? You got to be prepared for like anything else that's going to be a part of my life. You got to go through that vetting phase. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And that's the same thing I said with cooking. So like for that, that's why I applied that part of cooking to my life. But now the next phase of the actual cooking, right? Of actually being under the fire, you know what I'm saying? The pressure that it takes, you know what I'm saying? To be baked just right, to be fried just right, you know what I'm saying? All of that's necessary too. So you bring that to the table too and apply it to your life and watch how things change with your relationships with people. Because a lot of people can't handle a lot of heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it real.
That's
And then when
100.
you get to the end part where you're putting the garnish and everything else on the plate and everything, and you're making it look all pretty and everything like that. Some people you can't put no garnish on. Some people they just need to be a natural plate. You know what I'm saying? They need to be just natural plates. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really how I apply all of that
Hey,
to
this is
my daily life.
crazy.
You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
listen, man, this dude is very deep when it comes to what he talking about because that's real. You mess around and add the pepper, they get to sneezing all over the food.
Come
Now,
on, man.
oh, so that's all I needed to figure it out was add a little pepper to it. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay. Now I'm
Exactly.
finna drop pepper on every dish.
Real
I'm
talk.
gonna put some pepper on every
Real
dish.
talk.
That's what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
bro, let me ask you, who is one of your favorite chefs, and what is your go-to comfort food?
Man, like I said, man, it's a lot of professional chefs, but to me, man, my mom and my aunt, like, they like the goats. You know what I'm saying? Because in the realness of it is because I learned from them. You know what I'm saying? My mom, like, she used to always tell me, like, when I was younger, she was like, it ain't no guarantee, boy, when you get older, you're gonna have a woman that know how to cook. So you better know how to cook for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Amen
So
to that.
she would like even stop me from playing outside to bring me in the house to show me how she made her dressing. You know what I'm saying? Like the preparation of it, not just for putting it in the oven and what did the heat need to be, but the preparation of it. So she took time to give me those life skills that I still use today. You know what I'm saying? And my aunt, man, boy, when I tell you, one of the coldest bakers ever to walk the plate, man, okay, okay, all right, yeah. And she did the same thing. She showed me how to like bake cakes. She showed me how to prepare pies and how some pies need to be cooled and some needed to be heated. And you know what I'm saying? She took the time to show me all that. So for me, those two are like my favorites, right?
Okay, 100.
And so like when you talk about a comfort food though, right? I think my comfort food has got to be like a good macaroni and cheese bowl. You know what I'm saying? Where you got the mac and cheese, the bacon, and everything else on. Yeah. So that's got to be one of my, that's
Yeah,
got to be my comfort food. Like if I'm feeling like down or whatever, I ain't going to get no ice cream because I know I'm gonna have to go to the gym and work that off. You know what I'm saying?
man.
But give me a little bit of that macaroni bowl, man. I am good. I'm so
For
good.
me,
I'll probably
for me,
be
it's
happy.
probably for me, it's probably tacos. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying? Even if I don't got everything to make the tacos at that moment,
yeah.
I'm gonna figure out how to whip that taco up right. I ain't got no sour cream. I'll probably get some way to put some ranch on there or something, or make it a dip
Right.
to where I'm dipping my tacos. But tacos is one of my favorite go-tos. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? That's one of my comfort foods, for real, for real. Once again, this is solid ground. We are here with my brother Wick. You know what I'm saying? We're here every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just tapped into basically the his passion for cooking. And he makes a mean pot roast, I'll tell y'all that. And he loves a macaroni bowl. You
Yeah,
liable to catch, some of the best stuff inside that macaroni bowl. You understand
absolutely.
me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about the journey. You know what I mean? I want to
Yes,
hear
sir.
about I want to hear more about the bacon part. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear
Okay.
more about the bacon aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Can you tell me about your journey in bacon and some of the challenges you faced and certain little hurdles you had to get over.
Man. Okay, so like I said, my
Bacon is
my
real.
aunt, my aunt is like the goat in bacon for me, right? So quite naturally, that's the bar I'm trying to compare myself to, right? So she did it's called a vinegar pie,
Oh,
right?
what?
A vinegar pie. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
Don't
explain that one.
don't taste nothing like what it sounds. I kid you not. So like she telling me, she's like, yeah, she's like, nephew, this pie, I'm telling you, you're gonna tell them the name of it and they're gonna be like, ew. But when they taste it, they're gonna be like, can I have three more? I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm sitting here, I'm looking, and the reason why they call it the vinegar pie is because it has vinegar in the ingredients. But when I tell you, have you ever had like a custard that was so good it made you roll your eyes in the back of the head and make you want to smack the bottom of your feet?
I
I, I mean, I kid you
I
not.
had my mama made a fire one. She made one. It was like a cream cheese custard. You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
I'm gonna just tell you, man. This vinegar pie was just like that. The first time that I ate it, man, I promise you, I ended up eating the whole pie by myself. Like it was like that. And so my hurdle was, I'm gonna get to the hurdle part because my hurdle was, how do she get this vinegar pie that has vinegar, which is bitter, to taste this sweet, right?
Mm.
And so I'm sitting here, I'm trying to compare it. I'm going back and forth, back and forth. And then I'm like, man, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I know I'm mixing it the way she said it. I got all the ingredients that she said, but it's not coming out right. It's not coming out right. And then finally, man, she told me, she said, you know why it's not coming out right? She said, it's not coming out right because you're trying to be me. You need to
Woo.
be yourself. Be yourself in the process and then watch how it turns out. Man, I'm like, I don't understand it. I'm still a youngin' at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't understanding what she talking about. She like, quit trying to compare your pie to my pie. Quit doing that. because I've been doing this for years. You're just now learning. So you got to give yourself space and grace, you know what I'm saying, to actually learn this process so that you can get it down to a science. Man, when I stopped comparing myself, and it was crazy, the very first time I tried to do it without comparing it to hers, came out just like hers,
Mm,
just like hers. So that was like the biggest hurdle. The biggest hurdle was stop comparing yourself to anybody else.
right.
You're doing this because it's what you love to do, it's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, let yourself be known and let yourself be felt in your cooking even. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody can tell the difference when somebody is comfortable with themselves and when they're not really comfortable with themselves and they cooking. You can tell the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You gonna
saying?
be in there panicking. I used to bake when I was younger, real young. And I
Yeah.
kind of lost that touch. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't baked nothing. The most you gonna catch me baking is some my good old honey butter cornbread. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That honey butter
Okay.
cornbread.
Okay.
Woo!
Let's go with
That
it.
thing
Let's
right
go
there
with
be
it.
hitting, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit it with a little a
Yeah.
tad
Yeah.
little touch of
Yeah.
vanilla
Yeah. You got
extract. Look,
attack with that
woo!
one. You
Man,
got to
listen,
attack
man.
it.
Listen, it be like cake. Like you wouldn't even worry about nothing else on your plate. You like, man, this cornbread is on here too legit to hit this quick. You understand me? Now,
Right. Right. Right.
so we tapped into that journey, right? So let's talk about the impact. You know what I'm saying that it's had on you, right? So tell me,
Hmm.
um what's your favorite part of your passion? Like what is it that your passion for bacon has impacted on your life? You know what I'm saying? What has it done
Man,
for others around you? You know, because one thing
that's
you just did for us, you broke down you broke down cooking and baking into relationships with people. So
yeah,
I just want to hear a little bit about that, man. Talk to me.
man, bro. But that's really it. Like cooking and baking taught me so much about life, just like what sports often do with guys, right? But cooking and baking taught me so much about life and how I should go about maneuvering with people and things like that, right? And for me, like the impact is more so I get more joy out of seeing how it affects and others appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I get more joy out of that. So that's the impact that it has on me. But when I see that people are happy, people are feeling like very, very full, they feeling real good. Like the best the best compliment for me was, man, I had this plate and you put me to sleep, bro.
Mm,
That
itis gave
that
him itis.
tells me but that tells me like not just even like on the itis level, but it tells me that I comforted you so much to
Woo!
the point to where you feel
It brought
comfortable
you
enough to
relaxation.
go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like that it hit different for me. You know what I'm saying? And the crazier part, guys, and I'm saying any guys that's in here, I hope y'all listening good. Bro, learn how to cook, learn how to bake. Cause sometimes your lady needs to know that you can take care of her in more ways than your wallet. You know what I'm saying?
Shamon.
Hey, I'm gonna say it again for those in the back that wasn't paying attention. Your lady needs to know that you can take care of her in more ways than your wallet.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So
mm.
if you can have your woman feeling that comfortable, where she be like, man, this man done cooked to the point where I just want to go to sleep like in his arms right now.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's a
yeah.
different type of intimacy, bro.
Fellas,
It's a,
fellas, I, I I
yeah,
advise y'all to know how to cook now. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. But
Start with something that you're good at. You ain't gotta
something
just be
very
a
simple,
just start with that special dish. Like, you know, me,
dude.
okay, so what's your go-to if you wanna you got that little, you know, you got that, you know, come through Netflix,
Hmm.
you know, we're gonna have something to eat, we're gonna chill at the pad. What's your go-to dish for a woman?
Man, my go-to dish. It depends. Really, to be honest, it depends on her. Because different women have different taste buds, right? But I would say this for my last one, she loves seafood, right? She loves seafood. So my thing was, all right, let me saute up some shrimp, maybe put a little bit of lobster tail on, whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Just really, really just like lay it out for her, right?
Mhm.
Because it's based off of her, right? Now, the key to it for me was, right, because I knew she loved seafood. I knew the type of, movies she liked and everything else like that, right? The key for me was making sure that that seasoning was just right for her.
Okay.
Because if that seafood is a little bit tricky, if you season that a little bit off, the whole thing gonna be off. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? the whole thing. But now some people, man, like honestly, I remember like early on though, like for real, early on, man, I did some gourmet ramen noodles.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
she, she thinks she can make a better one than me, but
Yeah,
you
yeah. But then like you make an event of it and you start having like a contest with her. Or you have a contest in like whatever type of like lemonade or whatever type of drink that you want to have. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But you get creative with it. And that's the other thing that really drives me when it comes to cooking. It's the
right.
creativity within it. You know what I'm saying? It's so many
Uh-huh.
different options. Like a lot of people are heavy on like garlic powder, stuff like that. Other people are
Some
heavy
people
on
like
onion. You know what I'm saying? But the creativity that you can produce in cooking is crazy. You never know what you can do until you start doing it, though. That's just being real.
now my go-to, you know what I'm saying, is gonna be my surf and turf fried cabbage. I make a
Hmm.
mean surf and turf fried cabbage. I don't think nobody listen. When your grandmama say, baby, when
Yeah.
you gonna make that cabbage again? Your 80 something
Oh,
year old grandma say, baby, when you gonna make that cabbage again? It's been a little too long
bro, you just reminded me.
with that cornbread.
My mom's just asked me because I don't know if y'all ever been to like a bonefish grill or something like that. They have a appetizer, but they serve it as like a main course too. They call it bang bang shrimp. Listen, I messed around and got the recipe for that and put my own twist on it. One year for Christmas, my family was like, "We're gonna do a seafood Christmas. We ain't gonna do your traditional. We're doing seafood." I was like, "I bet." So my brother did like the catfish, this, that, and everything. I said, "I'm gonna do these bang bang shrimp, bro." I literally did six trays of this bang bang shrimp. Them shrimp got gone before anything else.
Man, hey, I do a seafood Christmas every time. As soon as I see the food, I'm going in. But
Absolutely.
bro, you know what I'm saying? We bringing the show to an end, right,
Yeah,
man, bro. Um, any last words? Any advice you want to give somebody about cooking? You know what I'm saying?
man. Hey, it's like my auntie said, man. Just be yourself. Don't compare
Okay.
yourself to nobody else. You your own chef. You your own cook. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that whenever you cooking for other people, make sure you do it from the heart, man. Do it from the heart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because
100.
the reality is a lot of people try to do stuff for a show, but when you do it from the heart, people feel it all that much more, you know what I'm saying? And they get more out of it, and so do you. You know what I mean?
Amen. 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 Hey, so go ahead, bro. Go ahead and plug yourself, man. Tell the people where we can catch you. You know what I'm
All right.
talking about?
For
It
sure.
is.
For sure. This your boy Wick again, where wisdom is cultivated knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can catch me definitely on Friday nights where we do an open mic karaoke slash stress reliever. You know what I mean? I need some people to come up in there on Friday night that can break dance on some cardboard. I need to see that on the app. I just need to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I need some people to come in and just do their thing, man. It's singing, rapping, dancing, poetry, whatever you got. It's all just a stress reliever for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Then on Sundays at 10 p.m., especially like on tonight, you know what I'm saying? Pull up, man, for the show Family Ties, you know what I'm saying? Where the world's greatest admin is a part of Miss Nikki 24/7, you know what I'm saying? My boy, respectively Solid, he's been a part of it, you know what I mean? But tonight, somebody say tonight, we got Rainmaker is going to be in the building tonight. You know what I mean? So y'all pull up. Let's have this conversation about family being better for each other as well as
100.
ourselves. All right. Salute to you, my bro. I
Salute to
appreciate
you.
y'all,
Salute
man.
to you. You
Love
know what I'm
y'all.
saying?
Come check
Now
me
we
out.
bringing, we bringing this wonderful Sunday show to an end right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm respectfully Solid. Thank you for coming and tapping in with Solid Ground. You know what I mean? You can catch me every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or you could catch me on Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? If y'all check out my bio, I do have a schedule up. Um, I hate to run off the way I got to run off, but I'm about to be over here. I'm featured on Miss Nad's show right now. She's definitely in the comments, or she's in the comments and she's in the viewers. Y'all come on through, stop by, and so I'm going right over there right after this. We on solid ground, solid